What's up, everyone? Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course, and as you can see from the title of this video, I will be talking about a few different topics, including Martell's biopic that I'm sure you've watched right here on YouTube, as well as Nene's son, Bryson. There is an update concerning his jail time, and also the recent reality TV star letter that was sent to NBC. But first, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video. I would greatly appreciate it. It will cause YouTube to push this video out to more people who would enjoy discussing these similar topics. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. So with that being said, let's jump right on in. So as you can see from the title of this video, or the topic, I should say, the subtopic, there is an update on Nene Leakes' oldest son, Bryson. He has been ordered to stay in jail until 2024, an additional 5 months after his fentanyl arrest. Now, this comes from Radar Online. The visual comes from the neighborhood talk. So, according to Radar Online, Bryson will not be eligible for release from the Gwinnett County Jail until January 2024. A police spokesperson spoke with Radar Online and said that he will remain locked up for at least another 152 more days. And as you all know, Bryson was arrested just last month in July and charged with felony possession of fentanyl and also loitering, because remember, he went to a random house and told police that he knew people there. That's why he was there. And then also, he was charged with giving fake information to a law enforcement officer when he gave his little brother Brent's name. And if you also remember, I interviewed Bryson's ex-girlfriend, Simone. She is the mother of their son, Blaze. And she gave her thoughts on Bryson's struggle in life right now and him being locked up. And, Nene only acknowledging some of her grandkids and, the whole Bryson angle, a Brent angle of giving his name to the police. So definitely check that interview out here on my channel. And also in the comments, please let me know your thoughts about Bryson having to remain in jail until January. I can only try and look for the positive and think of it as, well, that'll be 5 additional months that he will not be getting HIGH, allegedly, and just in my opinion. Nene even told Carlos King that she feels like, he does have an addiction with drugs. So hopefully this will be several months consecutively of him not getting HIGH. I'm not getting high. I'm just going to say it. Sorry, Miss YouTube. Please forgive me. And hopefully that'll help him clear his mind, get some strength, and maybe he'll want to just, work a job and come home, spend time with his family, and, live a normal, healthy life. So then we have the scathing letter that an attorney sent to NBC and Bravo on behalf of some reality TV stars. Now, I'm sure that you have heard of this story from other bloggers reporting it yesterday afternoon. It was a very scathing letter. It was sent by attorneys Brian Friedman and Mark Garagos. These details are coming from page6.com, and they are actually accusing NBC Universal and its subsidiary, Bravo, of treating their reality TV stars with grotesque and depraved mistreatment. And it goes on to say that some people have actually feel like the networks, Bravo and NBC, are actually covering up acts of sexual violence. They even accuse the networks of distributing revenge P. Now, in my opinion, I feel like this could be coming from some dating reality TV shows, Perhaps there was some alleged hooking up behind the scenes on these reality TV shows. And unfortunately, perhaps production captured some of the hooking up. And you know what I mean when I say hooking up, like people being intimate. And then perhaps because the people who were involved in the act, they don't like it that the networks have that footage, then that could be considered, revenge P, or if clips of it were to air during the episodes. I have a feeling that there's lots of details that go into that. Now, these attorneys, Gallegos and Friedman, they have previously represented stars like Michael Jackson, Gabrielle Union, and Mariah Carey. So they definitely have a background of speaking up for people that, that need to have a voice, obviously. And in regards to NBC, Friedman and Gallegos, they're actually demanding NBC to retain information regarding the Revenge P and the alleged sexual violence. So I think that this is going to get really, really deep. And someone even told TMZ that please be advised that the day of reckoning has arrived. Now, my individual opinion on this, a few weeks ago, I actually made a video about the writer's strike in Hollywood. Now, with the writer's strike, this relates to sitcoms, fictional TV. And I said that this could possibly give reality TV stars a lot more power in demanding their needs. And I think that this would be the time for Melody and Miss Van to come up with their list of demands for the OWN network to meet them at. After all, Love and Marriage Huntsville is OWN's #1 reality TV show. I even went to the OWN website. I went through their shows. They have majority reality TV shows over fictional shows because a lot of their fictional shows that would require writers have been canceled. And in my opinion, this gives Melanie and Miss Van more leverage to speak on what it is that they would like to see on Love and Marriage Huntsville and what they will want to see stopped and ended, if you know what I mean. So I feel like this letter from some reality TV stars to NBC and Bravo, this is also another sign, another confirmation that this is the time for Melody and Miss Van to put their list of demands together for OWN, because Love and Marriage Huntsville is OWN's bread and butter. You all let me know what you think in the comments. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about Martell's biopic that you have seen on Sensibility Speaks YouTube channel. It was an 8.5 minute biopic. I am convinced that it was filmed some years ago, just because it ended pretty much with him talking about being in property preservation. He never said, and next year, which would have been 2019, you're going to see my beautiful wife and I on a reality TV show called Love and Marriage Huntsville. It's not like the biopic was filmed during the Carnival 19, because he referred to her in present time as my beautiful wife, not as his ex-wife. So I do feel like it was filmed back in the day. The production company is Shoe Shine Media. They have a YouTube channel as well. There's even a vlog on Melody when she hosted an event at Huntsville's amphitheater. Remember that? And Martell showed up with the kids. Yes, the vlog of her preparing for that day is on Shoe Shine Media's YouTube channel as well. I felt like it was very heartwarming the way that it was produced. It really tugged at your heart in terms of showing him as a child growing up impoverished. And because he grew up poor and did not have all the latest clothing, he was bullied. So it tugged at your heart. He said that he got into fights, but there was no, saying, for a moment of time I was in the streets, or I made some legal mistakes. There was nothing of that nature said. And he didn't discuss his children with Melody, which is another reason why I feel like it was definitely filmed some years ago. but I felt like it was heartwarming and it tugged at your heart. So if he was never on a reality TV show, you would say, wow, that's a stand up guy. And good for him. He pulled himself up by his bootstraps and he went back to college and he finished. And then he said, I became a teacher. So I briefly spoke about this biopic last night on my YouTube Live. And I have always felt like I'm just not fully convinced that he was a teacher. Like he legit not only earned a degree, but he's certified to teach, did a year of the student teaching before he got a classroom of his own. There's even rumors that he has been a special ed teacher. And I don't know if you all know, but I have a cousin and a god sister who teaches special ed. They have to go through so many seminars, workshops, trainings, on top of having their master's degrees in education. And also, when you teach special ed, you have to submit so much paperwork to the state to maintain that disability status and the SSI money that the parent gets. It gets really, really deep. And I just do not see Martell being a teacher, an educator that would go through all of those steps as a special ed teacher. I'm just not convinced that he taught special education. But you all let me know what you think in the comments. I think that Martell was a teacher's aide in the classroom assisting a teacher, and Melody helped him get the job. And in the biopic, Martell said that he was spending so much time on the phone that the principal confronted him about it. But realistically, we know that principals do not physically sit in every single teacher's classroom for a significant period of time. They're in their office working. They have to be in their office for when a kid acts up and the teacher sends them to the principal's office. So I'm convinced that he was the aide in the classroom. And someone in my chat said, yeah, I think he was the aide too. And the teacher probably complained about him always being on his phone. And that's what I think happened. And then he decided to quit his job as the teacher's aide and then devote full time to his landscaping business. And then his friend's mom introduced he and Melody to property preservation, where you work for the mortgage lender that has now owned a property after the homeowner defaulted on their mortgage, stopped making payments, they foreclosed on it, and there's some damage to the home. So then you go in and you fix what they broke, perhaps out of anger. Then you do the out maintenance, the mowing of the lawn. That falls under the property preservation. So yes, I felt like the biopic it left some things out, but it definitely tugged at your heartstrings. You all let me know what you thought about the biopic, and please hit the like button on this video. I would greatly appreciate it. And also please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit if you have not already done so. I will talk with y'all later and have an awesome day.